What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Kaiju number 8, this time with episode 2 of season 2, or part 2. I'm not really sure actually. Yeah, decent episode last week. Did learn Kafka is going to be working with the first division, who we saw a glimpse of, taking down that Kaiju very easily and quickly. But yeah, no idea what we can expect here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments though. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. When we get to the opening, I've got to turn my fan on. I forgot to turn it on. I'm absolutely boiling and knackered. So I did look up the kaiju I was thinking of last week. I think it was Megalon. I think he's also in the movie. What's that guy's name? Jet Jaguar. I think Jet Jaguar is also in that movie, but I don't think he goes underground. It's been maybe like 15 years since I checked out a lot of the old Godzilla movies, but I wonder if we will see a Jet Jaguar kind of reference at some point. He's a pretty legendary guy. Kaiju thing. Oh shit. At least her phone didn't get broke. Did we see the opening last week? I don't think we did. Looks like it's in a very similar vein to the last one. But this time more structure based. Instead of kind of DNA. Although that kind of looks like DNA. Very intriguing style they go for in these openings, isn't it? Very different. Fuck is that? Honestly, that looks a bit cartoony. I won't lie, I'm not the biggest fan of this song. Sounds very generic. There he is. Oh, that looks pretty fucking cool. That looks like an awesome shot. Let's hope I didn't miss the most important line of dialogue from that split second. I'm gonna guess he said, "Hold on," or something. Yeah, that shot at the end was really cool. Honestly, alright. Not as good as the first one. I wasn't a massive fan of the first one's song in the first place, but the first one's song was both better and the visuals looked a bit cooler to me. I really like that shot at the end, but that's the only shot I really liked. A few of the other shots looked a little goofy for me. Already apologizing? Or was he just waiting for the first person to walk in his room? the Amazon. Modern day consumerism, eh? It's one of those things where you see those like pay in three, like you can buy something, you can pay a third of it now and then pay the rest during the other months. Like, I imagine it's so easy to buy stuff now online. But I know it is. I try not to myself, but I can see how people kind of become addicted, especially with like clothing, where you can maybe like try stuff on and send it back. I imagine that's how they make a lot of their money. Kind of the people that buy stuff and send it back, but they got to pay like a fee, perhaps. I don't know. My mum used to be like that. She would order so much every day. Damn, brave kid. And he's maybe a bit sadistic of me, but it would have been quite funny if he just got chopped in half. Not so much. Like it would have been a little bit less because he's a kid. It's always a little bit less like fun. I don't know what it like. There's no like. I've had this debate with people um about like children getting killed, and I'm not a massive fan of it in horror movies, especially if it's done in a way that's like mean. And I mean, how can you not be mean? But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm not totally against it. Sometimes like I won't spoil too much, but the recent Final Destination movie, it's like you're kind of wishing snot nose brat that caused something would yeah but it just feels a little. It's like a dog. You don't never want to see like a dog die in like an anime or a horror movie and such. It's always like a bit of a forbidden rule. That was the way it was with kids for a while. It was a bit of a forbidden kind of thing. But now you've got things like the Terrifier movies, and they're just fucking mutilating everyone. So yeah, it's always little bit distasteful. But like, what's the difference really? Someone's yeah. I do want to see a little bit more brutality from these kaijus. I think is maybe what I'm trying to say here. It's a bit more ruthlessness to them. I mean, we see the kind of landscapes of what they leave behind, but we never really too much get to see like the actual like action going down. People getting squished and eaten and so on. I also think that movie I was talking about last week, the Godzilla one, was the one where Godzilla's fucking kung fu flying kicking through the air. If you guys want to check out that little clip. Classic Godzilla moment right there. Honestly, some of the best stuff come from those kind of lesser watch late uh, sequels to Godzilla. Some of the funniest moments, like a guy in a suit where yeah, where a Godzilla, yeah, it's just awesome stuff. That sees everyone's nerves. Are they all okay to just stop working there though? I mean, I guess this is actually good in the long run. But imagine some kid just died because they weren't working for a second. So I was about to say, there's been quite a lot of like ant kind of mutant things in anime recently, hasn't there? The big fucking axe. Let's go. Again, the weapons in this show really are fucking awesome, aren't they? As I said, I want to see some badass gore with these weapons. Like, that thing is like made to just fucking slice and dice and fuck things up. We need a sadist. This show needs a sadist. I assume the manga probably shows more of like the gore and like the slices and stuff. Like that shot there, for example, we just kind of see the aftermath a little bit. I imagine in the manga it's probably a shot of it getting like ripped. Oh, you know what? I like this guy's voice actor. She's got a Gatling gun. That's cool. You guys know I'm not even a big fan of guns. I'm a fan of Gatling guns and big fucking guns. One pump shotguns are also pretty cool. But yeah, it's like the scythes and the axes and whatever you call this. The like, it's my bread and butter. The machetes. Some kind of signal. We did see some signals from these things. Hmm. The shaking in your boots. Guess he knows he's got eyes on him now. A bit more pressure. Well, damn. It just fucking shook that off. Probably a little bit scared. Can't cafe. Just let loose, bro. What the hell? Oh shit. Do you reckon that's because he hasn't got full trust in it now or something? It almost feels like a bit of a Yu-Gi-Oh moment. He doesn't trust in the heart of the cards, so how would the how could he wheel the right card to the top of his deck if he doesn't believe? Very poor performance so far, Kafka. There's another big one right under Kafka. Is that the Queen, do you reckon? Ah, it's him. Oh, I like this guy, Mr. Knight. What? Oh yeah, this guy. I forget who does that. It's been a while, but yeah, I like this guy. Not gonna work, is it? This is. I don't know how bad this is. It kind of proves he's a bit unreliable, but I'm not sure that's too much of a bad thing. I think it'd be worse if he did transform and he did just again go off the rails. So at least it's not that bad, but. I mean, that would be handy right now, but as in to the upper echelons, that would be probably even worse to them. Okay, so um, we did see something similar happen at the end of last season, didn't we? Oh, this situation's got a hell of a lot worse, hasn't it? Handsome fella, isn't he? Honestly, what the hell is going on with this thing? Easier said than done when you're witnessing all this, though, isn't it? I mean, you've got the power to do something about it. Again, he's not going out of control. He can't even, not even in any kind of control with it. It's not even working. So as I said, they shouldn't be that worried. Hey, nice, awesome. She's kind of living up to her promise. Okay. Just gonna take care of Kafka. Let's go. You know what? I think there is a gacha iPhone kind of game for this, isn't there? But I think this would be really cool as like an actual kind of fully fledged game. Unfortunately, anime games just either seem to be again just like gachas or fighting games. But this would be a really cool kind of like solo kind of RPG type game, I think. Okay, yeah, like I said, I feel like it'd be really cool, like maybe like switching between characters. You play as Kafka, and then you can play as like anyone else, maybe, or maybe it could be like a turn-based, like you have a party of people. I think there's a lot of potential in the game for this show. I'd like to play it. As I said, it'd be really cool, kind of playing with these kind of weapons. But yeah, decent episode today. Nice bit of action. Went by quite quickly, didn't it? But as I just said, there's a lot of action throughout the episode. Oh, I gotta apologize, guys. I'm so knackered. Gonna take a nap after this. Been up since earlier and had a football game. Okay, I can't lie to you guys. I'm not really vibing too much with the opening or ending here. To be honest with you, it looked alright. Um, yeah. To be honest, I never really listened too much to the first opening or ending songs anyway, and I can't imagine I will for these ones either. I love the third. This is a lose-lose right here. A bit selfish. Well, they can't. It does look a bit like pot of greed. Hoshi naito ippo. Hoshi naito nippo. Yeah, that was a fun little end segment. So yeah, decent episode again. Pretty good start of the season. Very action, kind of heavy episode today. Like I said, I would like to see a little bit, again, just the horror side of me. I would love to see a little bit more gore, a little bit more slicing and dicing, instead of like the afterwards. There's a lot of horror movies that again, there was a time where you couldn't really show too much, as with what I said earlier. They were very strict on what you could release, and a lot of the time, this kind of reminds me of those in the sense that you just kind of, something happens, they cut away, or you see like a little bit of blood, and then you see like the aftermath of it, and the aftermath of it really isn't quite as satisfying or as shocking. So I do wish we did see that a bit more. Again, I haven't read the manga, but I do assume in the manga you probably do see that quite a bit more. Maybe it is one of those TV adaptation things. Maybe they got cut down or something, but I don't know. I know YouTube really hates that kind of stuff. But yeah, good episode. I do wonder what the hell is going on with Kafka's transformation. I did think maybe it was something Kaiju number 9 was doing, but I think it is just maybe a mental thing for Kafka. Too scared to kind of fully utilize his abilities, but yeah, certainly looking forward to seeing more of number 9. You guys know I absolutely love that guy. Do let me know what you guys thought about this episode though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you next week with episode 2, or episode 3 actually. So I got a bit confused because they said episode 1 for the Talk Night show thing.